All right, this is Mark coming to you from Baker's Green Acres. Today's the 21st, Tuesday, November 2017. Woo! Don't know how this is going to work out with the sounds, but the wind's blowing pretty good. But in the Mangalitsa business, which is what I'm in, a lot of times we do this. We scrounge stuff. So I got my helpers here. We got a truckload of pumpkins, and so those guys are loading them in, and of course they got their tomahawks and their Bowie knives on them, and I'm the tractor operator. I'll show you how this goes. It's pretty cool. That was my last dump. Bombs away. They're not hard, they're mushy. So, not going to need to feed these guys anything today. That'll be there enough for them. Would be. I mean, I could give them something if I have a surplus or something. But I think I'll take the next load down to my lower field. See how they like it. Good thing to have boys help you. Now what I could do is I could just take the whole truck down there into the field and dump it. I could, because it is a dump truck. But what I'm doing here is when I make the run down there, I'm having these guys collect seeds. Because I have an idea. And I think what I'm going to do is just have as many seeds as we can collect. And then in the spring, when I get ready to seed, I'm going to mix it in with compost, and then apply it quickly. You know, I won't leave it in the compost. I don't want anybody to think that I would do that, because the compost will actually, it's pretty hard on, it wants to compost the seed shell. So it's going to have to be compost that's finished up, that's inert, that has no, it's not still making heat. And I'm going to try that as an experiment. But instead of taking the whole truck out there and just dumping it, I'm dumping it along the edge line of the fields, because the pigs eat the meat and then they seed in, they push in a lot of the seeds into the moist soil right now. It's moist and wet. And pretty quick here, it's going to drop below freezing and stay there for the rest of the winter. So you won't have any germination happening. You wouldn't even have it now. It's too cold to germinate outside. But then in the spring, the germination will happen without low battery, son of a gun. How long have I been talking to a low battery screen? In the spring, it will, the seeds will germinate when the time is right. Not when I say, but when the time is right, and the seeds know when the time is right. We have seen where seeds like this, pumpkin seeds, squash seeds, have germinated and then frozen off. Full? Okay. Break them open and get the seeds out. So get a bucket and just be scooping them. And we've seen seedlings frost off, but then shortly after that it gets warm again, and the ones that do pop up just take off with a vengeance. I had pumpkins here this year that were on the corner of a pig field, so it must have been pumpkins that I fed last fall, that took off, and they had a circle on the corner of a fence and a big circle of this hybrid pumpkin that was unstoppable, and the amount of pumpkins that came off of there was staggering, and it was not anything that I planned. Anyway, here I am going down to my other group. I'll turn this around real quick so you can see them. I've actually got 3 groups going now, and this is my older ones. There's 30 of them in here, and they have a bunch of little ones with them. There's 30 little ones with them. So it seems like 30 is kind of our magic number. All right, here we go. Right to the fence, I stop. And then, bombs away. Oop, there's a headache. Ouch. All right, they don't mind. See, they've got a bunch of babies out there with them. It's tough for the babies because the mud is pretty bad, so they have a tough time moving around. Anyway, I'll cut it off there. I know it's windy and cold, and we'll pick it up next time. It's Mark from Baker's Green Acres. Anyone can farm.